Gary Ward, what made you catch the flying bug, and how did that turn into wanting to be an aerobatic pilot?
Chris, as we talked earlier, it goes back a ways. No family connections, but I think I just saw an airplane fly when I was 12 years old and said, hey, that's pretty cool. And I just developed an interest in it, been passionate about it ever since. And I took lessons when I was 15, soloed shortly after my 16th birthday, and my private at 17, and I've just been passionate about it ever since. I've never flown professionally to the extent like, say, airlines or military, but I've always been active flying since I soloed.
And why did you choose the MX over other aerobatic aircraft?
Well, okay, let me just tell you first, if you don't mind, how I got into aerobatics. I've always had this little need for speed gene that they call it, but I never had an aerobatic airplane. Anyway, in the mid '90s, a friend of mine was involved in an accident, so we basically, short version is we bought a wrecked Pitts, a S2B, had it rebuilt. And I started flying that, and I had another friend that was already doing air shows, and he encouraged me to do this. So it's not something I really sought out to do. But anyway, I didn't fly. I flew the Pitts a short while, and I bought the predecessor to this airplane was a Giles 202, which is similar. It's all carbon fiber. It had a 4-cylinder IO 360 engine. And then this one came available, and I was the first customer for this airplane, the MX2, in 2006. And this airplane was custom built. I built it, essentially I built it myself out in Oregon from the kit parts. And it's still, I think, one of, if not the best airplane out there. It's all carbon fiber construction. It's got lots of power. It's fast. It's got really strong for high G loading, and it's just, there's nothing else out there I'd swap this airplane for right now.
What do you put into your air show routine? What do you choose, and how did it come about?
Well, it's the air show routine you do is always evolving, and what you really have to think about first and foremost is entertainment. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to entertain spectators. We're not trying to entertain our aerobatic buddies who are so impressed by how crisp a maneuver is or this or that, but it's all about what pleases the crowd. And so that's what we try to focus on, and that means keeping it low and keeping it really close, so the crowd can enjoy it. We're having a good smoke system, which I have on this airplane. That's part of the routine. And just doing, I focus on a lot of the just extreme maneuvers that an airplane's just not supposed to do. I think you saw me fly yesterday, and I'm jamming the controls around, I'm stalling the wing, things you try to avoid flying a normal airplane, but literally at times I have both hands on the stick and just jerk it back as hard as I can. Stalls the wing, but it has so much power, it just, you can power out of it. And those are the type maneuvers I focused on. For example, one maneuver, and I really nailed a good one yesterday, was a torque roll. And that's where I go straight up, just rolling to the left as far as she'll go, and finally it'll get so far and it won't go anymore. Now, I leave my smoke on, so most of the time I will completely disappear in a ball of smoke. And now I start coming back down that smoke, and now I'm looking up and I'm seeing smoke just rush past the airplane as I'm sliding backwards. And it gets a little unnerving sometimes because I'm trying to fly, do as much of a tail slide as I can, but now we've got a lot of airflow, reverse airflow with the controls. You have to be very careful. Both hands on the stick, pushing on the rudders, because you don't want it to, the airflow to grab the controls like the wind catching a door, slamming it open, it can knock it off the hinges. And so I'd be very careful of that. But like I said, I nailed a really good one yesterday. I came back a long ways, and I was really pleased with that one. They don't all work out the same, but anyway, that's what it's about, And it's, I have fun doing it, and